it's Diane, and I'm getting ready to hit the road for another thrifting adventure. I'm going to be going to the Goodwill in Amherst. That's a really nice college town. There's a lot of really beautiful homes there, and they usually get a lot of good donations at this store. So let's hope that the thrifting gods are with us and we can find a lot of treasures to purchase and flip for a profit. Let's go.
Know you've been a good friend, and that's in the thick and thin, and I know it's never gonna end, 'cause you've been a good friend.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that ride through the farmlands of Hadley and Amherst. But on this rainy day, here we are at the Goodwill. I am so sorry I uploaded this video without doing the voiceover on the shopping part. And hey, YouTube fun. Life's been busy lately. The store has been very busy, so I made that mistake. I'm so sorry. But anyway, here we are again. Hopefully, if you watched the video the first time, you will forgive me, but we are walking into the Goodwill, saying our prayers to the thrifting gods and grabbing a lucky basket. This fall scrap used to be really popular. I think almost every house had this in the 80s and 90s. Super popular. It has not made any kind of comeback in the reseller world that I know of, but maybe someday. I always look at it. I love coloring books. Who else out there loves to do coloring? I can instantly feel relaxed just looking at a coloring book. I don't even have to color, but yes, I do color. And I love junk journaling too. So I am always on the hunt for books that are suitable for junk journaling, and that one was nice. Was taking a look at this box back here. It's interesting, very folky. It was $7.99. I don't think it has a lot of resale value for me, but it was really cute. They had been restocking dishes while I was there, so I was eyeing up this red pattern. I have always wanted a red patterned dinnerware set, and this one is by Willowware. And of course, I would love to have a Johnson Brothers Ironstone one, but they are very expensive, and usually if you find them in the wild, they are really chipped up and damaged. But that set looks pretty good. I will come back to that. This was very pretty. What a delicate, lovely spring looking design. This one was Limoges too. I know somebody who loves Limoges. Chris from Worthington Home loves Limoges. They only have the dinner plates, though. That's why I didn't get it, because they had no other matching pieces. Speaking of Chris, she also loves this pattern. I recently saw her video where she saw the platter to this set, I think, and wanted to make a offer on it. But here are the bowls that go with that set. I might pick these up for her. There are 6 bowls here. At this Goodwill, they mark their dinnerware with a wax marker. It does come off fairly easily, but the color, since they usually flat price all of their kitchenware like this, they use a marker to indicate the color. These were cute. If you sell vintage, those New Mexico sugar creamer, this was $3.99. It was like a studio pottery piece. This was also very cool if you sell vintage. I think Crazy Lamp Lady would have picked that up. I spotted these mugs right away. I could tell they were something special just by the quality of the design. And it, in fact, does say made in England, but there was only 2 of them. If there had been 4, I would have totally grabbed those, but 2 is much harder to sell. 4 would definitely have been better. Sometimes I grab these modern mugs with logos, depending on what the logo is. The LL Bean one was interesting, but again, I rather would buy these in sets. So yeah, that just wasn't going to work. And I am looking for more of those blue made in England mugs if I should be so lucky. But unfortunately, there were none. All right, let's look at the baskets and the wood stuff. This wooden tray was kind of interesting, but at $9.99, there's no room in there for me. It looks like it was made in Hawaii, so we're going to leave that. None of these baskets were of good quality. They were all pretty well worn, pretty cheap. Sometimes these placemats can be a good deal if they're on half off, but it was not the color. The color was yellow, so we left those. This, however, is a very sellable item for the right price. Let's see, $5.99. Yes, I definitely can sell that for a profit. This is a Ray Dunn jewelry organizer, and that's going to go in the cart for sure. I always like to look at their artwork. This was $7.99, so definitely no deal for me, but just curiosity. Man with golden helmet. Yeah, no, that's not what that is. So that's definitely a DIY piece. And then I saw this farm scene behind that. And although I thought it was interesting, it's broken. It's kind of bowing out of the frame. You can see there up in the corner. You can see daylight through that. So yeah, that's a no-go for me, but it was a very interesting scene if you're good with repairs. Aw, just a brunette and a blonde and an unbreakable bond. That feels like my 2 dogs, although that was a dog and a cat. So this mirror caught my eye. I was looking at it. Subject matter was cool, like a little garden fairy with some flowers, but this was at first I thought it was hand painted, but it's not. It's a decal. So I'm going to leave that. A hand-painted one would have been an item I definitely would have picked up. This is nice. This is metal. It's very heavy. It's $6.99. It's in excellent condition. I definitely can resell that for a profit, so that goes in the cart. All right, let's see if there's anything else on the knickknacks shelves. I'm looking very hard here, but not really finding too much. This box was interesting. It looked like a mailbox, but it wasn't regulation size. So that's interesting, whatever that was, hand painted. The rocks with the messages are cute. I always put those in my garden. I do like to use those just randomly in my garden. This little turtle was cute, but I never pick up little things like this. I just look at them just for fun, but they really don't do anything for me. This elephant was interesting, but again, I don't really do too much with little knickknacks. Sometimes I have good luck on the end caps, sometimes not. This looked like a pottery piece. It had me fooled. Just kidding. It's mass produced. It's a soap dish that's a mass produced brand. These would have been cute if there had been a set of 4, but only 2. So we're going to move on from that. These little shoes were cute. Again, if you sold vintage, a lot of people do pick these up to resell. They're not anything I can work with, but definitely great for a vintage reseller. 1988 plate, super cute. On this end cap, I'm looking for things like garden things or any planters. anything modern that I can resell for a profit. This was cute, but the other side was missing its cover, you can see. That would have been fun for a spring table. Base was okay. I guess it was 99 cents. Hard to tell. Sometimes I can't read those tags very well. It's hard to tell what that is. If it had a matching piece, that would have been interesting, but it doesn't. Give us this day our daily bread. That's sweet. This looks like a possibility. It's a modern canister. $3.99, so definitely there's some room in there. Probably sold at Target, something like that. But when I went to pull the cover off, look, the toggle broke. That leather pull toggle broke right in my hand. So that's going to be left behind. Again, lots of things that are missing pieces. There's something wrong with everything. It just, yeah, that's missing its cover. These were not Fiesta or anything. This I was hoping was Lenox. Nope, just kidding. It's Mikasa. So we're going to leave that behind. If it had been Lenox, we would have picked it up. Because I definitely sell collectibles. This shelf is looking pretty not promising. This shelf is looking not promising either. Let's see. This was the only cool piece. This was actually a rabbit. So it was some kind of mold dish. And it was made in Luxembourg. I think it was $4.99. Yeah, made in Luxembourg, I think is what that says. How interesting is this? I don't know what kind of mold this is, but it's definitely vintage, definitely cool. And it's like a sitting rabbit, if you can see that. It's easier to see it from the backside with the brown glaze, but I don't know what that is, but very cool. Whatever that was, if you sell vintage. Is this Pyrex? I can definitely sell that in my store. Nope, just kidding. Something else. So we're going to leave that. But yeah, maybe I should have got that rabbit dish. Now this is something I could definitely sell in my store, but at $19.99, no room for me in there at all. I think that's way overpriced for even the Goodwill. So disappointing. I would have loved to have picked this up. This would have made a gorgeous display in my boutique, but no room in there for me and overpriced even for the Goodwill. This was sweet, especially with spring flowers blooming. A lot of people pick these things up for vases, but not today for me. Temptations, I definitely sell Temptations. It's definitely a popular brand, but I don't know, at $7.99, it didn't feel like I could have much value in it for me. I wish this had been half price, but of course, it probably would have been sold by then, but I liked it. Temptations is popular, especially this one because it has the cover up for it, the casserole dish with the cover. But there just wasn't not enough room in there for me, so I left it. The serving platter was kind of interesting. It was a half price. Yellow was half price, so this would have been $4, but it didn't have a maker's mark on it. I didn't know. So it didn't have the appeal of any branding, and I wasn't quite sure what it was for. It was kind of an odd thing. It was really big, so I just didn't know what it was for, so I left that. This dinnerware was interesting. I don't recognize that stamp. It was interesting, though, and they had a lot of it. I think ultimately it's yellow, so it's half price. It's Sussex. It was made in the USA. Okay, China Jeanette Sussex. It was kind of a brown color. I liked it. It was actually nice, but it just wasn't nice enough. I mean, the ones that are made in England are so much more saturated and detailed, so it just wasn't detailed enough for me, so I left it. All right, this rug was really nice. I was like, this is really practical. Let's see what kind of condition this is in. It's a really long runner. It's 100% cotton. It's not used, so yeah, we grabbed that. Checking out the pillows. These were interesting. This pillow had promise until I saw the big, gaping, ripped out corner. Yeah, so we left that. Look at the huge, gaping, ripped out corner. How could that have happened? Who knows? Maybe somebody's dog did that. I can't stand it when the Goodwill does this with linens. Not all of them do it. This one does, but they just leave them in these really big metal crates. And ugh, these bikes were amazing. I mean, I love these bells. Oh God, that's so charming. And look at, they have the cargo racks in the back. They were $65. I think that was actually a decent deal for these two bikes. What a great find if you're in the market for a bike. This was interesting. It's a religious piece. I think it was a souvenir. It says St. Joseph's souvenir. So that's where you would put the holy water and you would hang this up. It was $9.99. It's just interesting. I love interesting, unique things like this that are religious in theme. I did not grab it, but I did appreciate it for what it was. It was a pretty cool find if you have that kind of vibe going on. I will pick up off-season homewares when they're a really good deal. At $3.99, I didn't think it was too small to pick up. It wasn't really anything I would grab. We're definitely past Easter in the retail world, so I'm definitely not grabbing any more things like that. We're trying to sell off the Easter things that we have left in our store. So if I look in this aisle for my store, the appliances aisle, I'm only looking for things in a box brand new. So that's the only thing I can resell. So, I will look for myself as well. That was a nice Keurig, but I don't need one. I liked this rice cooker. I love the color of it. Very modern. I don't know where CWC is from, but I thought it was beautiful brand at first, Drew Barrymore, but that's not what that was. No cover though. So I left that. But yeah, I'm always looking for what's in the boxes. I spotted this tea kettle, new in the box, making sure that it's actually a new piece in there. It's got the tie wrap on it. It was $5.99, so that's an excellent find. We're going to put that in the cart for sure. All right, so I'm just checking out the end caps, and wow, $17.99. I was thinking, wow, this must be a really old spongeware piece, but it's false graft. I don't know if this is vintage false graft or what this is, but for $17.99 in the Goodwill, yeah, that's crazy. These are cute. These are compost holders. This was $5.99. I actually have a couple of these. I use them to collect compost because we have a really big garden. Is this Pyrex? No, just kidding. It's Crate and Barrel. We're going to leave that. But these glass chickens. Oh, why did they have to be $9.99? Why Goodwill? Goodwill has just really priced resellers out. They really have. There's no room to resell these on a reseller market. They're the full price somebody would pay. I mean, they're modern. They're not even vintage. They're $9.99 each, but they're so cute. Oh, well. That's anchor hocking, the white stuff. It was half price. This, I think, was... I grabbed it because I love the roses. Yeah, this was made in Poland. I've got this. There we go. Made in Poland. It's very pretty. It's charming. But, yeah, I just was appreciating it. More of the red pieces. This I'm very attracted to. $2.99. And the sugar, $2.99. That was the cream. Looks like they had the gravy piece as well. They had some bowls as well. So yeah, spoiler, I did grab some pieces of this for myself. I definitely love the look of this red pattern. Really elegant. It's really interesting. And yeah, I grabbed some of this for myself for sure. A little trifle bowl. That was half price. It was going to be $4, but nothing special there. Is this Lenox? Nope. Just kidding, not Lenox. I'm always hoping to find Lenox. for a good deal. That was half price too, had a big yellow mark on it. Is this ironstone? Nope. I'm really striking out here today. I'm hoping to find all these. These are all wannabe pieces. If you sell vintage, this was a cool set. I think it was probably for homemade wine, maybe, based on what the motif is. It looks like a wine barrel motif and some, yeah, I don't know what that is, but there's the back stamp. Whatever that means. This was half price and very cool. All right, so I'm up at the part of the Goodwill where they put the more expensive pieces just to see what they might have. This looked like a copper pitcher with a lot of interesting Asian themed design on it. Those look like geisha girls or something. So yeah, that was interesting. They had a cuckoo clock. And those are the weight. They had all the pieces. Well, some of the pieces. Looks like those are the weights. And I'm just looking for anything interesting here. They had these kind of colonial figurines back here. I don't sell stuff like this, but I was just curious what it was. Interesting. Yeah, so that was it.
Hi, I'm back from my haul. My little dog is staring at me. You want to come up here? You want to come? You want to see Mina? Okay, let's see Mina. I just got home. Whenever I come home, Mina wants to hang out for a few minutes. Oh, you're going to tell me some secrets? Oh, boy. She had some secrets to tell me. Hopefully she was a good girl while I was gone. She almost always is. This is Mina. She's a border terrier. She's very sweet. She's only like 1.5 years old, and she's such a sweetheart. I love her. I've never loved a dog like this dog. It's bad. Anyway, okay. So I am back from, where was this haul from? This was the Goodwill in Amherst. Yes, it's the next day, so I'm getting all confused. On my days off, I tend to do a lot of shopping, so I just came back from the Goodwill in Enfield, so I'll have that video for you later on this week. But for now, let's look at what I got. I have to say, this is not a big haul at all. It's just a few things. They had, a lot of good stuff. I will say the things I bought, a lot of it I'm keeping. So, although that's fun for me, it's not great for my profitability or my store, but that's okay. That's all right. We're here to still look at the stuff. Okay. The first thing I got, they were having a lot of dishes. They were definitely restocking and a lot of old dishes. They definitely had a couple of sets. I think you're going to see in the footage prior to this that I showed a lot of the stuff they had. But I picked up this red. Let me grab the bigger plates first. So they had quite a few of this pattern. Am I showing it right side up? It's this, like that. So they had quite a few of these. All right, so I need to come clean. I have a dish addiction. If there's a formal help group for this, somebody leave it in the comments below, because I have a china cabinet and I try to restrict my addiction to that china cabinet. But yeah, I have an addiction. I love china. I know there's a lot of thrifter resellers out there who also love it. I know there's a lot of collectors who collect and get it. But anyway, I've been wanting a red patterned dish set like this for quite a while. And let's see. It is called Willowware. I don't know where it was made. I have my magnifying glass. Even with these glasses on, I swear to God, and they're bifocals. Listen, I can't see anything anymore. This is Willowware by Royal China. It says underglazed. It doesn't say where it's made though. So I don't know if this is made in England or I don't know. I don't know where Willowware was made. I'd have to look it up. Anyway, they had quite a few pieces. I went through what they had and I grabbed myself 4 of each of the dinner plate and the bread salad plate. That looks like that. Actually, let me make it right side up. Yeah, it's got these birds on it. It's like you can tell by the birds which way it goes. Okay, so it goes like this. So it's like a house with like a, these are the birds right here. In the end, it's got this beautiful, it's very elegant. I really love it. So I got 4 of these bread plates. And I got 4 of the, I guess, salad berry bowls. Got 4 of those. So I had to look through quite a bit of these to make sure that the things I was selecting didn't have chips on them. They were definitely very dirty. I've cleaned up everything here. There was definitely a lot of chips on them. And yeah, I had to really go through them, but I did grab these. They were the half price color, so I got them for 99 cents each piece. So I guess I paid $12 for a four piece place setting, which I think is great. I love using redware out on my table. I think it looks really nice and super elegant, and I can't wait to put these out on my own table. So I did get these just for myself. So the next item I got is another plate type item, and this is a Johnson Brothers design. It's got a turkey on it, if you can see, and the back stamp is this is Autumn Monarch from Johnson Brothers. And if any of you watch Chris from Worthington Home, she's a newer channel as well. I think she's been online maybe a year or two, and I've been following her for a while. I love Chris. I'm actually going to reach out to Chris. Maybe her and I could do a thrifting collaboration, because I know she lives fairly close to me, somewhere in central Connecticut from what she said in her videos. But she was out antiquing. I think her latest video was that she was at Collinsville Antiques or something like that, and she saw the big platter that goes with this. So I'd really love to gift these to her, because she was so excited about that platter. She even contemplated making an offer for the platter, because she said she had never seen it in the wild. But anyway, Chris, if you're watching, and I'll leave a message on your video as well, I'm pretty sure that this is the turkey that you were seeing in this design is on that platter. And if you had, I'm beginning to think you might have this set. So if you do, leave me a comment as well. But I would love to just pass these along to you. I could only find these bowls, and I found 6 of these bowls. So hopefully this is something you might like. If not, I'll just sell it in my store. But if you do have this set and you'd like to add to it, I'd love to pass it along to you, Chris. And that's Worthington Home. I'll leave a link to her channel in my description box. She's great. You will love watching her. I love watching her. So I think she would love these. We'll see. So the next thing I got were more of these plastic patio plates. These are all taped together. I haven't removed the tape on these yet, but they were $2 for a set of 4. And they were so cheerful and bright, like a cheerful bright daisy. I think these would look great on anybody's patio table. I know I just did a what I sold recently in my last video, but every single one of these plate sets that I showed you in my haul previously have all sold in my store. So this is a very high demand item, and I do really well with stuff like this. So when I do find these patio plates, I always grab them. Speaking of patio and deck, I saw this outdoor lantern. It has like a hummingbird on it. Isn't that gorgeous? And the design is on all 4 sides. So it's fairly heavy. It's got some good weight to it. So I really like this. I got this for, I think it says $6.99. So it is metal. It's very heavy. It was $6.99. And I think the bottom comes off. Yeah, you can, the bottom comes off of it. And you could put like a light in there. I don't know if it's battery operated. I'm not sure. I'll mess with it later. But this was in really good condition. I really like it. Things like this sell really well in my store. Anything garden related sells really good. And especially something with birds, and especially hummingbirds. So this piece is checking all the boxes of hot items for spring. So the next three items are modern and practical, and that's what I really do well with in my store, because like I said, I do collect some vintage things. I offer a little bit of vintage. You know, I have a vintage, I pepper them in, I display them in for sure, and if they're farmhouse, they'll sell fairly quickly, but my wheelhouse really is modern, like new items that are at a discount. So I found this Cuisinart brand new in the box, 2-quart kettle, tea kettle. The color is black, and it's got the tie wrap on it on the inside, so it's definitely not been used. I think I got this for $5.99. And the thing about when you see things in boxes like this, a couple times I've been fooled. I always take them out to make absolutely sure that they're new. You will not believe how many times people donate things and they're used. They just put them in a box, and then you see the box and you don't really check it. And then when you get home and you take it out of the box and you find that it's used and all banged up, I mean, you really feel like you've been tricked, even though it's on you to look at this stuff. Yeah, you can really get ripped off so badly. It's happened to me a couple of times. I've definitely learned my lesson years and years ago. So every single time now I check. But you can see this still has the tie wrap from the original manufacturer. So it's got the tie wraps right there. Clearly it's never been put on a stove for any heat. It's brand new. It's in perfect condition. And there's a lot of profit room in this for me. Brand new, these sell for about $24. So to find it brand new in the box, thrifting for $5.99 is a steal. So I will definitely make my money back on that. The next modern thing I found was this gorgeous runner. It's 100% cotton, and it's a really nice neutral design. I'm not going to unfold. I mean, I'll unfold it so you can see it really is a really long runner. This is the half length of it. So you can see it's definitely a really long runner. It's in new condition. Checked it really well. I think it's originally from Target, and yeah, it was only $7.99. So with the neutral colors, the heaviness of it, the natural fabric of it, and the fact that it's originally from Target, I'm going to be able to sell this for a really good profit. Someone's going to really love this in their home, and it's very practical. They'll be looking for something like this and be thrilled to find it in my store for still a lot less than what you would pay for it at Target. And my last practical kind of trendy item is this Ray Dunn jewelry tray. I picked it up for, it was $5.99. So you can see it's got all the velvet. Actually, I'm wrong. This is wood. I can feel it with my nails. Sorry. This part's velvet. So it's got all these wooden little spaces for like earrings, I would imagine. And then you can put all your necklaces and bracelets in here. And then it's got all the velvet, lots of room for rings. So this is a lovely tray for jewelry. It's got the Ray Dunn stamp on the back. And for $5.99, this is a really great deal. You can pick this up in TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Home Goods for probably like around $12.99, $15.99, something like that. So there's still lots of room in there for me to make a small profit, but it's a fun item to carry and very desirable. A lot of people would grab this right away and just put it to use right away at home for their jewelry and really, really enjoy it. So I definitely grabbed this. So the last item for the store that I grabbed is this Polish pottery mixing bowl. I didn't get it on the clips beforehand because I grabbed this out of the bins when they were restocking, and the store was really busy. So yeah, I had to move on this because Polish pottery is very popular. Let me show you the back stamp. There's the back stamp on it. And yeah, they had a price on this of $10.99, which is still a very good price for picking up for resale. There's lots of room in there. These sell for about $35 to $45 online if you have the right print. The print that's really desirable is this print, or the ones with the multicolored flowers, but these red flowers also sell really well. It's in perfect condition, no chips. So to grab this for $10.99, I think is what it was, something like that. is still lots of room in there for me. I love carrying things like this in my store. They're very popular, and they sell right away. We definitely have people who shop in my store who collect Polish pottery. So when it does come in, it sells right away. This is an item I would also post on my Facebook page for my store because it attracts a lot of people into the store when they see items like this that they really want, and they're on Facebook. They'll definitely stop in your store to see if they can grab them. So highly recommend putting high desirable items like this on your Facebook page if you are a reseller. So the last two items I grabbed for me. When I saw these, I just loved them. Yeah, I didn't love the price. They were $19.99 for the pair, but I love them. They're these porcelain peacocks with this gold. I would probably venture to say this might actually even be like 14 karat gold leaf. I mean, it's got that luster to it. It's absolutely stunning. These don't have any markings on them, but there is still the pearlescent finish on the bottom of them. But oh yes, I saw these. These were in the clip I showed. There you go. That's what they look like. They were in the area where the Goodwill will separate what they deem more valuable items and put them, up by the register. I always look there. Normally it's like heavy duty vintage stuff that I don't normally deal with, but once in a while I'll find something unique and beautiful. And these were just so elegant and so cool. I mean, tell me you don't think that these are amazing. These are gorgeous. I just love them. I mean, they're very Chateau Lalande, right? Who doesn't follow Chateau Lalande? Don't you love that show? Who doesn't want to live in a chateau in France like the way that lady does? I mean, I think that's amazing. Anyway, these are very Chateau Lalande, very French chic. I love them. I don't know exactly where I'm going to put these yet, but I think I'm going to put them on my dresser in my bedroom. My bedroom is very fantasy Victorian, if you will. It's the only room in my house that I put stuff like that because I live in a contemporary home. So it's not suitable for decorating with antiques or vintage, but I try to have them here and there because I absolutely love them. But I think I'm going to put them up there. I might show you guys a clip of that if I can. But anyway, I got these for me. Look at the detail on the legs. Look at, oh God, I love these. Yeah, I wasn't going to leave these behind. I didn't care about the $20. I love them for me. I think they're amazing. And I think I'm going to put these in my bedroom. So these are really pretty. Hi, good morning. So it's the next day. It's a work day for me. I'm all dressed up and I'm at my store, and I wanted to show you the display I put together with some of the porcelain pieces that I just showed you in the haul. And so I'm going to flip you around and we're going to take a look at what I put together to give people an idea and inspire them to get into the spring mood and get growing in their little plant pots. Okay, so this is what I came up with. So this is the first display that you see when you walk in the front door. It has a lot of sweaters, kind of like spring light jackets and sweaters right now, but the topper, we always put like a blouse, and we feature some home goods. So these are the pieces that I just showed you in the haul. Plus in a previous haul, I had shown this one, and I think this one, and this one, but these are new. So we kind of just put them together as a little collage, but the shirt really brings out that blue, don't you think? I mean, I think it's very eye-catching, and yeah, I think it looks really good. On this bowl right here, we went ahead and filled it up with these. These are consigned. They're little primitive carrots for Easter. I think they look so cute. They look so cute in this bowl. So I thought that was a really cute way to display those. And then if you walk around the back, you'll probably recognize a few other pieces. So this set right here is what I had showed you in a previous video that I picked up free from the estate sale day after sale, if you will. Here, let me turn these around so that you can see the full design. I should have done that when I first displayed them. Details, the details matter. So have them all facing forward with the full design. Okay, that looks good. All right, so yeah, so this was a set of 5, I'm going to say they're like berry bowls, and they came with a serving dish, if you will, like a serving plate. So I think that would be a great little set for somebody to maybe have yogurt in the bowls and then have all the toppings on the plate, or ice cream in the bowl, something like that. So I think that looks cute. Here is the hummingbird patio lamp with the top. So we put that together with that, picking up the green in that set, that kind of flow. And then this is a flower holder, very French country looking. I showed that in a previous video as well. And this is a consigned piece. So a consigner brought in that home decor piece to sell in my store. And yeah, I think it looks really pretty. What do you guys think? I think that display came together really nice. All right, so another display that I put together was trying to utilize a lot of the lemon things that we had picked up recently. So this is that dish that I just showed in the previous haul that I picked up for $1. So we put that right there, and all the other pieces you see here are consigned pieces. They're not anything that I picked up, but there's this really interesting, I think it's a studio pottery piece that somebody did, and that they did a great job on that. This is just like a wooden container with a lemon arrangement in it, and then there's like one of those glass cutting boards, an outdoor thermometer, and another pottery vase with some yellow flowers on it. But I thought that this little set, this little collection looked really nice together. Oh, I just popped that. I haven't finished merchandising the Polish pottery mixing bowl yet, but I was working on this little lemon display and I thought it looked really cute. Very, to me, super summery. All I can picture is warm summer days, lemonade. You know what I should do? I should add a picture to this. I don't know if I have one for sale. Let me look around and see if I can find a picture, because it just makes me think lemonade. All right, where I could not find a picture, we do not have one in stock for sale. So instead I put these are plastic patio tumblers, wine glasses. So I think that gets me there. What do you think? Does that make you kind of think juicy lemons, some kind of lemonade or lemon drink vibe, maybe a lemon-tini? I don't know. I think it looks amazing. Definitely makes me think of summer. And what do you think of these displays? Okay, here's a really quick look. I only have 5 minutes before I open. So this is the plant stand that I picked up. I showed you in the haul. So we just went ahead, cleaned it up, set it up, put some plants on it. Super cute. I'm going to go show you the table. Let's head over there. Okay, and here's the table. I decided to go ahead and set it up with the Polish pottery mixing bowl. You guys have seen these items before. This towel we've had in the store. This I showed in a previous haul. And then we've got another pottery urn down there, a couple baskets. So I think this looks really sweet. Very inviting. What do you think? I think that's all I have for you today. It was a small haul. Not a lot going on at the Goodwill in Amherst, but I hope you enjoyed the ride there. I did take some clips of the beautiful farms on my way there. On my way there, I go through a town in Massachusetts called Hadley, and it's well known for their preserved farmland. There's hundreds and hundreds of acres of farmland that are forever, they call it forever farmland, and they're all held in like a land trust, something like that. Anyway, I hope you enjoy that ride through the beautiful farmlands of Hadley, Massachusetts, toward the Goodwill of Amherst. And yeah, I thought I would try to capture that so you could get a good feel for the rural area that I live in. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. So I will see you in a few days with another thrifting haul. Always praying that the thrifting gods are with us. And I'll see you soon. Bye.